Basketmouth vows to continue criticizing pastors after Oyedepo'S words. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Popular Nigerian comedian Basketmouth has vowed to continue criticizing pastors when they go wrong, and he said this after the words of popular man of God David Oyedepo. Pastor David Oyedepo responded to the criticism being thrown at pastors and revealed that when you criticize a man of God, it draws leprosy. Okay, about this particular issue, I think about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, this happened, and there have been an uproar about it, saying, how do you mean? Do you mean that this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened? Well, as a human being, first of all, because men of God, they are men. First of all, they are not God of God. They are not God of men. They are men of God. A human being is supposed to be expecting criticisms. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. There are some people who, for no reason at all, they don't know where you're from. They don't know what you do. A good example is on social media. People come and say things, especially when they just perceive. They perceive things about you, and they just, in their mind, they just say, okay, this person is doing this thing and this thing is not good. Before you know it, it has gone viral. What am I trying to? I'm not saying people should continue, but I'm saying that it is expected as a human being, you are going to get critics. You're going to have critics. And the thing is, as you're having critics are kind of feedback, but some of them can be really, really extreme. Yes. What I'm saying is, they should expect it, but at the same time, it should not be what people do all the time. If you really, really want to even give somebody a correction, because I want to believe that you criticizing somebody is actually telling somebody that this thing you're doing is not right. Now, you don't, for instance, you have someone who is a friend. He is a friend. Maybe what he's doing is not right. Then you'd actually go outside and you're discussing this particular friend with other of your friends. Instead of coming to tell him, this thing you did is not right. So I'm actually sitting on the fence saying, okay, pastors who are men of God, they're not God of men. Neither are they God of God. What is expected of them is they should know that whoever they preach about, even the person they preach about, was also criticized a lot. People criticize them a lot. And the thing is that when this criticism comes, they don't pay any attention to them. And people, if you want to, it boils down, it cuts across all people. Whether you're a pastor, whether you're a prophet, whether you, as far as you're a human being, you are going to get to a point where you yourself have criticized somebody some time ago. So the thing is, if you want to criticize the person, and maybe for instance, you know the person, you walk up to the person. Let's say, for instance, your pastor did something in your church that is you don't like. Sincerely, I don't see anything wrong with you. On a very good day, you go to the pastor in the office, you ask him about the family in a very relaxing atmosphere. When he's not feeling tense, like you tell him, oh, this and this and this you did this particular day is actually not good. I don't think, except that person is somebody who, his size of a congregation has gotten into his head. I don't see why that person will not listen to you. Because I feel people come out to criticize when actually they've tried to reach out to this person, and before you know it, they've tried to correct you and correct you and correct you, and at the end of the day, they're like, since you don't want to hear, the word will know. Some people are like that. Why some people, they don't even give you the benefit of a doubt. They just perceive things about you, and boom, they start criticizing you just like that. So what I'm going to be saying about these criticisms, people should tone it down. When I mean tone it down, you tell this person, you meet this person one-on-one, because I don't see how, for instance, I offended you, and you come to me and tell me, oh, this and this and this is what happened that day. Please, I do not like it. And this is actually what happened. And me, myself, I flare up. I know. If the person comes to me in a very loving manner. But if you go outside and you're criticizing someone, automatically the person will want to defend him or herself. Except people who, their tolerance level is really high, and they will tell you, I cannot stoop. That the English, that sentence, I cannot stoop low, to your level, you're going to hear it. But apart from that, people should, tone down the way they criticize people now. I'm saying people. I'm not even saying people should tone down the way they criticize men of God. People. Because these men are human beings. It is better you go to them if you're someone who who actually has the privilege to be close to them. Maybe it's your pastor in church. You can just walk up to him or her, or find where that is going to be, very, very relaxing, and you tell him, okay, this and this and this that happened, though it is actually not supposed to be. Okay, the news in detail. Please stay with us. Pastor David Oyedepo responded to the criticism being thrown at pastors and revealed that when you criticize a man of God, it draws leprosy. These words by the pastor did not, however, bother Nigerian comedian Basketmouth, who has vowed to continue criticizing men of God whenever they are wrong. Basketmouth post reads, "This news they make me laugh because I'm so guilty of this. I did it again 7 times yesterday and 15 times already today. And I know I have more 50 to go today." Oh my God. Basketmouth said, "Gonna ye person." In his Basketmouth words, he said, "This news they make me laugh." Okay. From Basketmouth, it is clear that the stand-up comedian is not ready to stop anytime soon and is ready for anything. Those things pastors say are just emotional blackmail. My people, free yourself from mental slavery. Whenever you feel some men of God are going out of the way for personal reasons, speak up. Like I said, you speak up. But the thing is, if you have the opportunity to be close to them, because I don't see how, for instance, let me use this particular scenario, the scenario between Tokwe Alabi and one other musician, whom I feel she would have, reached out to this person. You feel her son does not sit right with you. You feel you would have corrected her. You reach out to her. You reach out to her and tell them, "Oh, I noticed this and this is actually beautiful. It's interesting. It's a spirit-filled, but I feel this and this." Then, if it's even going to be leading to a kind of a collabo, no problem. Sincerely. No problem. At least one scapegoat is enough for others to learn. Nobody forced Judas to betray Jesus. He willingly did it and bear the consequences alone. A lot of Nigerians will hate you for daring it, but when the consequences come, sorry, you will bear it alone like Miriam, the sister of Moses. I guess you have run out of jokes to make in your work of comedy. So the best option to maintain your popularity is to pick on God's servant. If you do it to the fake ones, no problem. But may Satan not lead you to come against the genuine ones, that you understand and remember in clear terms what the bishop advice meant. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.